Hello students, how are we doing today? Welcome once again to Mr. David class, where we'll teach at ease. And I must appreciate those that have been enjoying my content. But please do not forget to subscribe and share to loved ones. Today we are looking at our Common Entrance Strategy Series 6. As you all know, we have grouped them into 3 categories: the simple, the medium, and the hard. Join me as we start the medium stage now. Number 1 said a cuboid has how many vertex? Vertex can also be called corner. And if I will sketch a cuboid out for you, something like this. So how many corners do we have here? Let's count it. This is 1. This part is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. 7. And this is 8. So your answer is what? C. Moving on to question 2. What is the coefficient of the algebraic term 2 plus 3 over 4p? Coefficient of the algebra we have here is the coefficient of p. So that's the only variable we have in this question. So I'm going to pick positive 3 over 4. And that is your answer, which is what? B. Again, the coefficient is just the constant beside a letter. Moving on to question 3. Simplify 45 x cubed can be written as x times x times x for those that have not been taught indices, divided by 3 times x times y. Don't forget, at the top we still have just one y, so you say multiply by y. Then you cancel out what is common. Y is common. 1x is common, and then 3 here, 1, 3. In 45 you have 15, so you're left with 15 and x raised to power 2, meaning x times x. So the only answer to that question is D. Moving on to question 4. In a town of this number 15,724, that's the total number they gave us, 15,724. We are told that the men there are 5,220, while the women are 4,900. And you add up, you have 0, 2, this is 11, carry 1, and this will give you 10. So this is the total of men and women. And you're looking for how many children. So to find the number of children, you just have to take the total of men and women from the total. And that is 10,120. Take it away. Whatever you have is for the children. So you have 4, 0, 6, and 5. So the answer to this question is option B. Question 5. A book contains 80 pages, meaning one book contains 80 pages. If a page, meaning one page, contains 30 lines, how many lines are there in the books? So all we do is to use proportion to sort out this, because we have 80 pages, which we know will definitely be what? More if one page is 30 lines. So more over less. So which one is more between those two? 80 is more, so you write your 80 over 1 times 30 lines. And 8 times 3 will give you 24. Then you have 2 zeros. And this is the number of lines you have in that book. So our answer is option A. And we're done with the simple stage. Moving on to the medium stage. The question says, calculate the perimeter of the figure below. Perimeter is the distance around a shape. And then some of the sides are not given, so we have to find that first. Opposite side of a rectangle is the same, so if here is 3, here too must be what? 3. So I can fill up this with 3 centimeters. And then the base length is 8. We have here to be 2, here to be 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So what do you need to add up to get 8? That's 4. So because here is 4, you can place here as 4 centimeters. And then for the height, you have here as 6. The other side too will be what? 6 centimeters. So now I've found all the missing side. So I can add up. Don't forget, perimeter is the distance around the shape. So don't be confused with this 4. It's not part of the distance around the shape. It's just there for us to get a missing information. So let's go. And I always encourage students, when you're adding all the numbers around a shape, wherever you're starting from, mark it and go clockwise. You can choose to go anti-clockwise, but I prefer clockwise. And then without jumping, so that you don't end up missing a number. So we have 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6. And when you cancel the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you count the side to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is complete. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus the 6. That will give you what? 10. Another 4 plus 6, that will give us another 10. And then what is left for me to add up? I have 3 plus 3, that's a 6. 6 plus 8, that will give you what? 14. So when you add all those numbers together, 20, 30 what? 4. And the answer is what? B. Moving on to question 7. In a row at a bus stop, A is 7th from the left. So this is left. So A is 7th from the left, meaning there are 6 people here before him. And then B is 9th. So B is 9th from the right, meaning ahead of B, there are also 8 people here. Now they said the both interchange their position, meaning B comes here and A comes here. Change their position and A becomes 11th. So this is now 11th position from the left, meaning there are 10 people to the left of A now. How many people are in the row? Before interchanging, you have 6 people. And then after changing the position, you have 10. And that tells us that there are 8 people here. And then there are 10 people here. So you have 10 plus 1 person here plus 8 here. And then that will give you what? 19. So the answer is what? Bread, which is B. Moving on to question 8. A man bought 5,000 shares in an oil company. If a dividend of 4 cents per share is declared, what would he receive? What will he receive? He's going to receive, because the said per share, meaning 1 share is equal to 4 cents. So, and he bought 5,000 shares. So 5,000 shares, he will get more. And the more is 5,000 out of 1. Then you multiply by 4 cents. And the 5 times 4 is 20. Don't forget to add the 3 zeros. And this is cents. changes cent to dollar, you just divide by 100. So 2 zeros cancel out, and then you have $200 left. And that is option A. Number 9, if I walk 5 meters east. Before we start, you need to know this is the north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So if I walk 5 meters east, this direction, call it 5 meters. Then 3 meters south, move this way, call it 3 meters. And then 4 east, so you move this way, and this is 4 meters. That's east. Then 3 north, so you go up, that's 3 meters. And then 1 meter west, so west is this direction, and they said 1 meter. So this is 1 meter. So the question is, how far away will I be from my starting point? From here to here, this is 3 meters, because opposite side of a rectangle will be the same. So if 4 is at the bottom, the top 2 must be 4, and I've covered 1, so remaining 3, and then additional what? 5 to get to my what? Starting point. So 5 meters plus 3 meters will give you what? 8 meters, and the answer is what? Dog, which is D. Moving on to number 10, count from 1 to 50. How many trees will pass away? From 1 to 50, how many trees? So the first is what? 3, followed by 13, followed by 23, followed by 30. Be careful, a lot of students would miss out the following numbers, which is 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. We have 43. I can't write 53, so these are just the numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's a trap. You see this? It's 2 trees, so that's 15. So you're going to count this as 1 tree and 1 tree, and that's why the answer is what? 15. I love this question because a lot want to pick C. Did you see it again? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Moving on to the add stage. I said I call it add stage, but I mean, the idea is the time we spend in solving it is not really add. And then with Mr. David, we'll make it that simple for you. Let's go. Question 11. Chinedu need 27 bottles of water from the store. Chinedu can only carry 4 at a time. What is the minimum number of trips Chinedu need to make to the store? So it's just to divide 27 by 4, and that will give you 6 times. 6 times 4, that will give you 24. When you subtract, you have a leftover of 3. What this means is that at the end of 6 trips, you would have carried 24 bottles, but there's still 3 additional bottles, so you need to go for 1 more trip, and together you have 7 trips, and that is D. Boom. Moving on to question 12. A man sold a chair for $120 at a profit of 150%. How much did the chair cost? So cost price is always 100%, as we have said that in our previous video. Then the 120 is the selling price, and they said at a profit of 150. So original in percentage is always 100%. So making a profit of 150%, that means the percentage selling price will be 100 plus 150. That will give you 250%, which you can equate to what? $120. Now they're asking for the cost price, which is always 100%, and that will still give you less over more. And where is the less? 100. The more, 250 times 120. 0 cancel 0. 25 here, 1. 25 here, you have 4. and 4 times 12, that will give you 48, and that is the cost for the chair. Moving on to question 13. Simplify this expression. This is a friendly one. And why is it a friendly one? Just always remember your board mass when you have more than one sign. You have an addition here and division. The one that comes first is division ahead of what? Addition. So the trap there is for you to do 1/3 plus what? 2/5, which I believe you are not going to fall into such trap. So we will focus on the division, and here we just do our KCF. Still repeat the 1/3 plus 2/5 times 15/6. 5 here 1, 5 here 3. 2 here 1, 2 here 3. So you have 1/3 plus 3 out of 3. And this is still out, which is 1/3 plus 1, and that's 1/what? 3. Funny enough, they want to trap us because we don't have the answer in terms of mixed number that I always encourage my students to leave their answer. But this is exact. They can change it to any form of their choice. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1. You have 4 out of 3. And the answer is what? D. Question 14. The price of a pair of shoes is 7,000. And 6% discount is given on each for buying more than one. If Tayo bought 3 pairs, how much less will he pay? How much less will he pay if you buy 3 pairs? Okay, so we're looking for how much less will he pay. He will pay 6% of the 7,700, sorry. 2 zeros cancel 2 zeros, and then you multiply 6 times 7, that will give you 42. Are we good? And then don't forget it says 6% on each. I love this question, on each. So what we have calculated is for 1, and then we're buying 3 pairs. So you're going to multiply this by 3, and 3 times 2, that will give you 6. 3 times 4, that will give you 12. So your answer is 126. Boom, I love this question because I know a lot might the first to pick C. All right, let's solve the last question. Simplify by removing the brackets. So we have 5x plus 10 minus, open bracket, 2x minus 3. If you look at the first bracket, there is nothing at the front, so you can just rewrite the 5x plus 10. Then the second bracket, you use a negative to open up the bracket. So you have minus 2x plus 3. Then you can collect a like term. 5x minus 2x, that will give you 3x. And plus 10 plus 3, that will give you plus 13. And that is the answer. So our answer is B. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, share to your loved one. See you in the next video. Bye for now.